Video game featuring iconic LGBTQ+ storyline gets HBO Max series. In 2013, video game developer Naughty Dog and Sony Computer Entertainment joined forces to create a zombie apocalypse game called The Last of Us. It features the story of a smuggler named Joel as he attempts to get a young girl named Ellie across the country as part of a job. The game was groundbreaking in storytelling and acting, and focused on the emotional struggles of survivors, including the struggle of young Ellie coming to terms with her being a lesbian. The game remains one of the top-rated games for the PlayStation on rating website Metacritic. Now, HBO has taken on the task of creating a series based on the award-winning game, and will be featuring more information at the Brazil Comic Con on December 1st through 4th. The teaser trailer for the series features haunting scenes of Joel and Ellie navigating the devastation that was once the United States, and gives us a glimpse of Ellie's best friend and love interest, Riley.
The roses have faded, there's frost at my door. The birds in the morning don't sing anymore. The grass in the valley is starting to die, and out in the darkness the whippoorwills cry. The darkness is falling, the sky has turned gray. A hound in the distance is starting to fade. Alone and forsaken by fate and by man. Oh Lord, if you hear me, please hold my hand. Alone and forsaken by fate and by man. Oh Lord,
this is your chance.
If you hear me, please hold my hand.
Our best shot.
Hold my hand.
You keep her alive.
Hold my hand. Please hold my hand.
And you said everything right. Save who you can save.
Oh, please understand.
So, of course, I had to add this story because I own this game. Previously on Queer News Tonight, we reported The Last of Us Part 2, which features Ellie as she's gotten older as the main character. This is a very different take on the zombie apocalypse, the way it tells the story. It's not about the scariness, although it's a scary game. It's about substitutionary families, basically. People have lost their families, and they find new families and new love and identities. And
which is a queer thing, too.
Absolutely it is. Yeah. And it very much focuses on Ellie being a lesbian, dealing with survivor's guilt. And it becomes a very moving story. And I'm so excited about this show coming out because it looks so true to the game. As a matter of fact, the part I got stuck on the game is the part when it showed them and you see the thing through the glass clicking. They call those clickers because the cordyceps fungus that turns them into the zombies often takes away your eyes. So they make the clicking noise and almost works like echolocation, and so they hear you moving, and it's such a creepy part of the game. But it's I'm so excited about this. It's a feature, a young lesbian actress. She's 19, and she's going to be playing a teenager who's coming to terms with all this stuff in her life during an apocalypse. This is such a moving LGBT story, and I'm so excited for it.
Well, as someone whose idea of gaming is playing Wordle every morning, as well as being a writer, I have to say I'm baffled by the increasing number of movies and, of course, streaming series based on video games. However, that said, I do take great pleasure in the character of Ellie, who is immune to the cordyceps brain infection, being both a young lesbian and the possible source for the cure. So,
I just think lesbian representation is important. I don't know, for some reason I have in my sometimes faulty memory bank something about lesbians being an invisible minority. And maybe I'm mixing it up with black lesbians, which that's true too, but and especially, I dated a gay gamer once, so it's like,
And for the audience who doesn't understand the importance of gaming, as a gamer myself, video games are the largest entertainment platform in the world. For example, 2021, movies made $21 billion in revenue. Music made $28.8 billion in revenue. Video games made $180 billion in revenue.
Wow.
And before pandemic, movies made $11.3 billion. Good example for games, Avatar, the highest grossing movie of all time, made $2.9 billion. Grand Theft Auto 5, which is only the second highest selling video game of all time, made over $6 billion. Video games are out there. They're the people my age. I'm 40. I grew up with video games. People my age and younger, this is the way they see themselves represented. These are the worlds they can escape to if they don't have the local support system. You've got these online worlds where you can interact with people. It's still social from other parts of the world. Video games are important. The Last of Us is an amazing video game. To see this representation being put into a movie, so maybe some people who aren't familiar with the games or that part of it still get to see the amazing story these developers created. It's an awesome story.
So do you think in the Ms. Pac-Man movie she'll be a lesbian maybe?
I mean,
okay, just asking.
She did like to munch.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.